that there might be some technical difficulties here as I try to go live again on YouTube, and it's been a while, so hence the technical difficulties here, because I am no techie queen, that is for sure. I'm hoping that this works today. If not, you're just going to see this pre-recorded. So either welcome to Living Charmed Live or welcome to Living Charmed Life and Relationships Unedited, because life and relationships are, as always, unedited, right? So it's always going to be unedited. But I do believe we're live now, so I'll say that again. Welcome to Living Charmed Live. So today, like I said, it has been a while since I've been on. It's just been a busy couple weeks, and no reason in particular, just really been busy. I did say that I'd be doing 1 to 3 shows a week, so I want to kind of up that a little bit more. So you will be seeing quite a bit more shows coming, right? So, but today, what I'm going to be talking about is the second pillar in Living Charmed, which is harmony, embracing harmony. And right now we need that more than ever. There's just been a lot of unrest that I've noticed when talking to my clients, friends, colleagues, even strangers. So I really want to talk about that today. And today is Sunday. A lot of times on Sundays, I do Spiritually Connected Sundays. This is not an odd or an even dated Sunday. So this is not that. And in fact, what the topic is going to be harmony today, and it is the second pillar in Charmed. So what does harmony mean? What comes to mind when we talk about harmony, right? We think of peace, joy within, just everything kind of, a harmonic flow, right, with everything around us in our lives, in our relationships. That is what the harmony in Charmed is. It's a connector. It acts as a connector because Charmed is an acronym, and it's comfortably confident, harmonious, activated, relationship rich, manifested, ever evolving, and destiny by design. And in that, harmony is kind of the connector because it's flow. We want that all to kind of flow. When we're living that living charmed way of being, that includes the flow, right? So it takes work, which sounds kind of weird because, we don't think of work and fighting for something as a harmonic way of being. But in order to get that, we do need to work at it. It does come, you have to work at it, right? You have to really be present and focused and making sure that kind of flow happens within your life, right? So the reason I'm talking about this today is because in my comings and goings and being around people, I've noticed that there's a lot of unrest, and there's anger, there's all kinds of negative emotions within people right now, and there's a good reason for that. There's a lot going on in our world, probably more so now than has been ever really in history. A lot of we have a lot of ways of communicating with each other, and I talk to a lot of people, and obviously clients that I talk to, and just people, my friends, family, even strangers, right? And there's a lot going on inside of people. People quite often open up to me quite easily because I'm just that person, right? Which makes me good at what I do, right? Of course. So that's normal. But in that, I'm just noticing that there's an underlying theme here that a lot of people are very unhappy, and there's like an unhappiness within, almost a secretive, like I don't even know why I'm unhappy, and keep it buried, right? But then it does come to the surface, right? So and that's not good. We don't want that, right? We really need to fight to have that harmonic flow in our life. And so today, that's kind of what I want to put the focus on as the topic of today's show. So I'm just gonna when I'm talking to people and I'm noticing all this, so it just kind of comes out when we're having a conversation. It's like, you know what, I'm just like blah blah blah, I'm not happy, and certain things come out. The other second underlying theme is I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. And that's part of the problem. That's part of where that 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 theme, the underlying problem is coming from, is that feeling of stuck and overwhelmed and not really knowing what to do with this, because really we haven't been here before in this sort of an atmosphere, right? And the third thing that I noticed, and it or theme, it's not a theme, but it's more of an observation, is that these people that I'm seeing this in don't even know what kind of power they have within them. They are powerhouses. And I talked about today usually being spiritually connected Sunday, and I bring that up because I often am prompted to do a topic, and it kind of comes from that spiritual side of me, and I believe that is where today is coming from. So, those of you that are going through that, and some of you I know very well, some of you I don't know, some of you are out there listening to this going, well, I feel that way, right? I feel like I'm just like, there's so much going on. One thing that I do notice is that you are all powerhouses, right? So if this is you at all, it resonates with you at all, it's time to listen. I just want to wake up that beautiful spiritual warrior that is within you and get you going again, because you know what? There's no place for you to be. So, I also said that I've been busy. Some of that has been just taking some time for myself, which is ironically, part of what I have to force myself to do sometimes too, to bring harmony back into my life and flow. So I took some time away. I went into the mountains, spent some time with some wonderful family members, and just, got to just be me for a couple of days and take a break from everything. And it was great. And I really had to remind myself of just how great that is to do that, right? And to do that at all costs. And costs is kind of one of the big element in the room, because not just at all emotional costs, but you know what? There's financial costs involved sometimes with doing some of those things. And right now, a lot of us feel very trapped. I say us because I struggle there too. Financially, this world is economically, right? Everybody's kind of struggling right now. That's the big kind of elephant in the room, and that a lot of times people don't even want to talk about it, but you can't help it, because everything around us has gone up in cost so much. And so many of us are struggling to try to keep up and try to do more. And you know what? It's taking away from our lives. We feel trapped. We've lost control. There's, and not only us, but we feel it in others. So, you don't have to be empathetic to feel that energy that everybody else is feeling. So a lot of people there's so many things going on, right? There's stuff in the news for sure. We listen to that stuff. There's all kinds of negativity. It draws us in. It takes a little piece of our soul away from us. And then our own things that we're struggling with. And then as well, those of us that are empathetic, especially, we feel that energy from other people, and we can feel that ourselves. And I'm noticing that people that are not normally empathetic are feeling it too. And that's because we're human. So we have the ability to take on the energy of other people, whether we know it or not. So we really have to be aware, and we can't allow ourselves to fall victim to this. We don't want to ever be victim to anything, right? We have to be very vigilant and aware, right? So what are some of the things that we can do to move forward, right? Like let's talk about, like, we know what it is, right? We know that there's unrest, there's overwhelm, there's all this stuff that's going on within us. Even some of you very happy people that put on those happy faces, and I know it well, you're struggling inside too, and I get it. We all get it. You're not alone, and that is why I'm doing this today. Is nobody is alone in this. Everybody is feeling this to some extent or another. If you're not, oh my God, power to you. Get on it, go be happy to somebody and start spreading your happiness and whatever. But that's actually one of the keys. It's one of the ways to move forward is to put the onus on somebody else. But so first off, no, you're not alone. Secondly, and equally, is know that you are in control. You don't feel like you're in control. You may not feel like it, but you are the master of your control panel. So you are in control. So when you're having these kinds of thoughts of, I can't do this. I've tried this and I've tried to be happy. I've tried to change it, blah, blah, blah. I can't do this, right? I don't feel like doing this. Those are all things that are going to come at you to try to counter that. That's why you have to be very vigilant and go, no, I'm an intelligent being. I do have control and I'm going to take control. And I'm going to share some ways to do that today too, like some extra little ways to do that. But first of all and foremost, you have to know that you are in control and you are the only one that's in control of you. You cannot control some of the things that are outside of you, people especially, right? But all the circumstances in the world, you can't control that. So when you know that, that's knowledge, right? So know that you can't control that, but know what you can control, and that's you and how you react to all those things that are coming at us all on a regular basis, because it's going to come at us and it's going to keep coming at us. That's just the way this world is. We live in where our world's not perfect. We are not in a perfect world, right? The other thing that you might be feeling is, nobody cares. Nobody wants to help me. Perfect. That's perfect. Because you know what? That's not their responsibility to do that. And if you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? So when you hear that you say that to yourself, you need to slap yourself and go, wait, it's not their job, right? I can help myself. I can do this. And you can. You're an intelligent being. You're listening to me. You're understanding what I'm saying. You're an intelligent being. You can communicate with yourself. You can communicate with others. That is a lie. You can help yourself and you are in control. You have to remember that. So the key is, so I'm sure you're getting the gist of all the negative stuff, right? But the key to that is, if it doesn't feel good, it doesn't belong there, right? I'm not going to go through all the little things, because there's billions of them, all these little negative things that we say to ourselves and that we hear within, right? So the key to that is, again, if it doesn't feel good, it doesn't belong there. The bigger key to it is, the bigger thing there is that you hold the key. Only you have the power to reset yourself. Only you do. Really, only you do. You can't, yes, you can look to outside sources to get inspired and motivated, but at the end of the day, it's you that has to take the control and do what you need to do to reset yourself and get yourself in a better place. You need to reset better. So before I get into all the how-tos and some things that you can do today to start making that happen, I'm going to say that even once you do reset yourself, you're going to have days where this is just normal. You're going to have days where you're just going to be a little bit on the downside and things aren't going to go your way. And you're just going to feel it. You got to ride the wave. Those are riding the wave days. When you know that you're having that kind of a day, ride the wave. Do some of the things that I'm going to mention coming up. But you know what? Just realize that you're in a day that you're just going to have to ride it, right? It's called normal. Just ride through that day. You could be tired. There could be many reasons for it. Could be a whole bunch of circumstantial things coming at you. Different people might be getting on your nerves more than usual. That's just a ride the wave day, because you're going to have good days. You're going to have better days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have excellent days. That's called life, right? Okay. So we just have to know that that's just normal, right? So, so you know what, get with yourself, get yourself in order, especially if you are feeling these feelings more often than not, right? If these are feelings of overwhelm, that you're just really smothered with these feelings lately of negativity, desperation, confusion, unrest, overwhelm, all those things, anxiety, when that is overwhelming you, that's a good key to know that it's time to get up, shake off the dust, do something, get yourself in order, right? So so I'm going to go into to a few things here that you can do, just like little things that you can do to get yourself there. Now, if you are spiritually inclined, you are probably more likely to be feeling a lot of these things, because those of you that are in the know, that are spiritually inclined, you know that this is spiritual warfare, right? Like, so you're coming under attack because that other guy wants to win, right? So you know what, this is where you have to dig in even deeper, right? So if you are spiritually inclined, know that this is probably one of the big reasons why you're feeling these feelings, because that other guy doesn't want you to win. So you know what, you're not going to let him, right? So, right, do you want him to win? There's only one answer there. No, you don't want him to win. So you know that you have to get up, get to work even harder, right? That means that you have to work harder. Good, all good. So here's some things you can do. So if you're feeling especially down and there's like lots going on, search out a video. I've said this before, but search out a video. There's so many good videos out there. There's so much at our fingertips right now. There's just no reason to stay down and out, right? And like, there's a lot of spiritually gifted speakers out there. Stephen Furtick, Joel Osteen, Joyce Meyer, Steve Harvey, even Robert Morris. He's very funny. Joseph Prince. There's so many. Just Google spiritually, blah, blah, blah. Google what you need to hear or whatever. Just look up some of the names I've mentioned. There's just so many good ones out there. And then let your creator speak to you through them. They are gifted. They're anointed. Your creator will speak to you. When you hear something that nudges you and something that makes you go, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm thinking, there's no coincidence there. That's communication. That's spiritual communication, right? So just get, or you know what, if you're not spiritually inclined, then TED Talks, whatever it needs, whatever you need to hear that will that motivate you within, just, it's just waking you up and aligning with somebody else. Flow, right? Harmony, flowing with somebody else, and letting them speak for you from it. Let it wake up that soul within you, that spirit within you, right? Music, even if it's something sad and it makes you cry, crying's okay. Crying's an outlet. It's okay to cry for a while. That's, it's part of it. Just let it out. Let some of that emotion out, right? But uplifting too, something that lifts you up, that makes you feel better. Feel it, allow it to make you move, either physically or let it move you emotionally. Let that music inside you. Music, it's great. It's a great tool for us to use. A hobby, like we're talking about costs and stuff. The dollar store has lots of little hobbies in there. You can go in there and get really super creative and create something very beautiful. Again, talking about costs, we're in April. Make some gifts for Christmas. Start making some gifts for Christmas. Like, make it a thing, right? Just start opening up that creative part of your brain. It's a different part of your brain, and it helps your brain heal. It's healing to use a different part of your brain, the creative part of your brain, right? So, just make space in your life for you, for that sort of thing, something that you can create. Women are especially bad for not making time for themselves. Sorry, guys, you're just good at it. You're just good at like being able to kind of not focus on the inner stuff, and most men are, right? But girls tend to like not want to make time for themselves. It's not being selfish, it's being selfless to make time for yourself. You really have to do that. It's part of the harmonic flow. So take a walk outside, feel the fresh air on your skin, feel it on yourself, like embrace that walk. Don't just go for a walk, feel that walk. Breathe in the smells. It's beautiful, especially spring. It's spring right now. My God, there's so much beauty out there. Listen to the sounds of spring and nature. Drink in the beautiful landscapes around you. Feel that walk, right? Girls, a spa day. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. You can do a spa day inside. Just spoil yourself inside. Or if you want to indulge in yourself, by all means, within reason, indulge yourself a little bit. Go spoil yourself. A pedicure, a manicure, a makeover, anything, hair, all that stuff. We get to do that as girls. Enjoy that. Embrace that part of yourself. It's a fun thing to do, right? Change it up, right? Journal your thoughts. If you're that type of person that likes to journal your thoughts, journal. Just journal. Write some things down. Let it out. Get it out of you, right? The negative and the good stuff, right? A movie. That, you know what, a movie, especially if you're having one of those ride the wave days, give in, watch some movies, evoke some emotion within. Laugh if you feel like you need to laugh. Excitement, a thriller. If you know what, scare yourself if you're into that sort of thing. I am not. Scary movies freak me out, but I mean, you know what? If you're having an exceptionally bad day, a scary movie might just, shift it up a bit, right? You have to take control. That's what this is all about. This is you taking control by distracting and just distracting off of what's going on inside, because even if it's something legitimate that's going on in your life, focusing on it and worrying about it is not going to change it anyway. So shifting it is not a bad thing. It's just shifting away from what you're feeling, because you don't need to keep going down that same rabbit hole. So if you have a pet, obviously spend time with your pet. They are so therapeutic. If you don't have a pet, volunteer at a shelter, for a veterinarian's office. Borrow a friend's pet. There's lots of friends that have dogs that would enjoy a walk. They are not going to say no for you taking their dog for a walk most times, right? Start some kind of a project, especially if it's a productive project. Clean a room, reorganize a room, change the furniture around in a room, a closet, anything. Start some kind of a project. I think you get the gist there. Chase your purpose. Quite often in amongst our pain, and this is cliche, I get it, blah, 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 the whole purpose thing, but you know what, it doesn't make it untrue. Quite often in amongst your pain, there's purpose there. Figure out if there is a purpose there. See if there is. See what kind of purpose is in it for you and what you need to be doing. Maybe you're being called to do something. So figure that out, right? Chase it. Find it out. Change your perspective. So look at things in a different way. Just try to change your perspective at how you're looking at things, right? Because sometimes we just focus on things and we just think it's bad, 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 bad. And we don't really try to troubleshoot it in any way, in any positive way, right? So see if there's some purpose in that. And lastly, and definitely it's not lastly, because there's so many different things you can do. Send me some. I'd love to hear some of your ways. I'll do them on my shows. I will bring them up on my shows. But lastly, everything that comes at us, both good and bad, is an opportunity. Whether it's as small of an opportunity as to a different way that we can react and feel the accomplishment in that, oh my God, I changed it up. I did not go down the rabbit hole, feel bad, worse about myself and worse about the things around me. I changed it up. I did one of the things on the list and I changed it. That's an opportunity for change. You're taking a step towards change. That's a good thing. Or as big as, again, finding purpose in it. Seriously, take what you're going through, take a different look at it, and see what you need to do differently. Because at the end of the day, this is all on you. And again, I'm going to revisit this. The one last thing not to do is never, ever make your stuff someone else's responsibility. Because if you do that, and it's the mistake that many people make, is if you do that, you're setting yourself up to fail, because we sometimes expect a lot from other people in our lives, and especially the ones that are closest to us. It's just not their responsibility. And you're not going to find it there. Self-value, anything you want to do when you're resetting yourself within, it has to come from self. Self-value, it's right in the word self value. So never, please don't make that mistake, because it's for your own good, not for the people in your life, right? Like, people are here to enhance our, relationship rich lives, right? We want to enhance the relationship in our lives, and yes, they will enhance ours too, but we can't make them responsible for enhancing that. That is up to us. It's a self thing. Self value comes from self. So that's how I'm going to end it today. Again, I'm hoping this works, because it's been a while and I'm a little out of practice at doing these. I will be doing another one soon this week. And please, if you can, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see past ones, you can go to my website, livingcharmed.ca. If you want to be a guest on our show, if you have any questions that you want me to address, keep sending those emails to livingcharmed.live@gmail.com. And other than that, have a great day, and we will see you all soon. Yes, very soon. I'm going to be doing another episode this week. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks so much, and have a great Sunday, and stay in